Morning children, welcome to the science class. I hope you all have done question answers of Earth and its neighbors in your science copy, and now you are ready for the next chapter. So let us begin. New chapter, lesson 12, the elements, air, water and weather. So let us start from this introductory page. Let us read what is written. This boy is asking, Ma'am, today it was a hot and bright sunny morning, but all of a sudden, from where did this cloud come and covered the sky? So ma'am is saying, yes, it seems it will start raining soon. It all happens because of the changes in the weather. What is weather, ma'am? Weather is what the air is like, hot or cold, dry or wet, of a place at a particular time. How does weather changes? This boy is asking. So ma'am is saying it changes due to the sun. The sun affects weather. In this chapter, we will learn more about air, water and weather. All right. So this boy is saying thank you, ma'am. So we are going to learn about air, atmosphere, water cycle and weather in this chapter. So let's begin. Air. Air is an important natural resource. This you all know. You must have read in EVS also. It is present all around us. It covers the earth like an envelope. It protects the earth from harmful rays of the sun. We cannot see air, but we can feel it. We breathe in air. We cannot live without air. You can see this man breathing in air from here and it is going to the lungs. You all know that if we do not get air to breathe, we will die. So we cannot live without air. Then plants make their food with the help of carbon dioxide in air. You can see this plant making food. Carbon dioxide it is taking from the atmosphere, making its food with the help of sunlight and water, and then it is giving out oxygen and also storing the food prepared by it. Okay, so this is very useful. So without carbon dioxide also plants cannot make their food. Then oxygen present in air supports burning. You can see the fire burns only when there is oxygen in the atmosphere. Otherwise you cannot burn fire. Then birds fly in the air. You can see this bird flying in the air. So that also air is required for flying. So you can see how important this natural resource is. Then what is the air made up of? You all know that almost 78% of the air is nitrogen. Then oxygen is 21% and 1% is carbon dioxide, argon, neon, xenon, all these gases, helium, hydrogen, all these gases are found in traces in just 1%. And major part of the air is made up of nitrogen, that is 78% in the atmosphere. So it also contains water vapor, dust, smoke and germs. So this is the components of air which are present in the air. All these things are in the air and air is made up of these gases. Now properties of air. So there are four properties of air. Air occupies space, air has weight, air exerts pressure, and air supports burning. So you can see when this boy is blowing air inside the balloon, it is becoming bigger and the air is occupying the space inside this balloon. So this shows that air occupies space. Then number two, air has weight. You can do this experiment at home. You can take a hanger and tie two balloons filled with air of equal weight so that this hanger remains straight. And then you prick one balloon and then you will see when the air goes out, this hanger will go up on this side because the air which was occupying the balloon has gone out and this balloon has become light. So this side of the hanger will go up. This shows that air has weight. Then number three, air exerts pressure. You can see this water. Now after filling the half bottle, they have tied the polythene or a airtight thing you have to tie on this. Okay. Then when you put this bottle upside down, you will see that water will not come down. Why? Because the air inside this portion, ऊपर का एम्प्टी पोर्शन है उसमें जो एयर है वो ऊपर की साइड प्रेशर डाल रही है जिससे पानी नीचे नहीं आता है. You can do this experiment also, but this should be airtight. This should be either you can take a balloon, prick it, and then after that you can tie it on this bottle. Then you can see that this experiment will be successful. So please try this experiment. Then you can see air supports burning. You will take a candle and then burn it, and then after that you put a bottle or a glass upside down on it. You will see that this candle will blow off after some time. The flame will die. Why? Because the air inside this glass, when that finishes, after that oxygen is not there, so this candle blows off. So oxygen is required or air supports the burning process. So these four experiments will show you this. If you want to do, then please do it in front of somebody elder at home. Please don't do it alone because this is you should not play with fire. Okay, children. So now see about the atmosphere. Let us read. The layer of gases that surrounds the earth is called atmosphere. It covers the earth like a blanket. You can see this whole layer of atmosphere, transparent layer around the earth. You can see this is atmosphere. The atmosphere protects the earth from the harmful rays, the ultraviolet radiation. It cannot reach the earth's surface. Otherwise, we all would get burnt also, and also we will have different diseases. So it protects us from the ultraviolet radiation also. It also keeps the earth warm and habitable for all living organisms. So this atmosphere, it does not let the heat of the sunlight which is available in the daytime to go out again, and that keeps our earth warm at night, and we are able to live on the earth easily. Now moving air. Now we will read about different types of air. Moving air is called wind. Okay. Then there are different kinds of winds. A strong wind, this is called gale. Then a very soothing, gentle wind is called breeze. See how this dog is enjoying the breeze. Then when the air blows very, very fast, then and strong, then it is called a storm. And when there is lightning and thunder, it is called thunderstorm. So there are four types of wind. Let us read. The air moves about when there are changes in the temperatures and pressure. This moving air is called wind. Wind blows in different directions. The direction of wind and the speed at which it moves affect our weather. Strong wind is called gale. When wind blows gently, it is called breeze. Very strong wind is called storm. A thunderstorm is a storm with lightning and thunder. It is produced by dark, heavy clouds, gusty winds, heavy rains, and sometimes hail. Hail, you know, children, hail is ole. So, all these four types of winds, you can see the difference. Now, what is air current? You know, because of the air current, only sea breeze and land breeze are formed. So, let us see what is air current. When air is heated up, it becomes lighter and goes up. Always remember, when the air becomes hot, it goes up. You must have seen hot air balloons, how they go up, or in Diwali, you must have light that paper candle which you leave in the air with burning fire. So all that what it does, it makes the air inside that hot and it becomes lighter and it goes up. Cold air rushes in to take its place. This causes air current. The same thing happens in our rooms. Cold air enters through the windows and the doors. Now cold air is entering from this door and window. Air gets heated up inside the room for our various activities and then goes out through the ventilators. Ventilators are up there on the walls above the window. So the hot air goes out from there and the fresh air or cool air comes from the windows and doors. So there is this circulation of air inside our room that is called air current. Now here you can see this incense stick, how the flame or this smoke is going up. Why it is going up? Because it is hot and light. So it will always go straight up. You can see the incense stick it is lying on the ground, but still the smoke instead of going this side is going upwards because the smoke is lighter due to the hot air and then it will go up. Now let us understand how land gets heated faster than the water. So always remember that land gets heated faster than the water. So we will see this activity to show that land gets heated faster than water. We will need the same size soup bowls and we will fill one with sand, one with gravel and one with water and a thermometer. Now procedure. Take three bowls, fill one bowl with water, second bowl with gravel and the third bowl with sand. Keep all the three bowls out in the bright sunlight undisturbed for about 2 hours. After 2 hours, measure the temperatures of the water, gravel and sand with the thermometer. Keep the record. Now shift the bowls to a cool place. You can see now they have shifted it to the cool place inside the room. Leave them there for another 2 hours and measure the temperatures again. What do you observe? Write your observations. So observation, you must have seen that the temperature of sand and gravel is more than the water when they are kept outside in the sun, because water absorbs and loses heat slower than the sand and gravel. So water becomes hot late, and also it becomes cool late. So what happens in the afternoon? Land or gravel sand gets heat faster and this water remains little less temperature. Then what happens when we keep it inside the room? Then these two, gravel and sand, they become cool faster, but the water, it slowly brings down the temperature. So you can see conclusion is that this activity shows that land gets heated faster than water. Now, this is how when the sun shines brightly, the land gets heated up. Now, when the sun is shining brightly, the land portion, this is land portion, it gets heated up faster and the warm air rises. Then what happens? The cool air over the sea is coming this side to take the place of the hot air because there is less temperature this side, so it will move towards this side to take the place of the warm air because warm air has risen up. So this causes the sea breeze. Sea breeze, children, you have to remember, which is blowing from the sea. Land breeze means which is blowing from the land. So when the land will be hot, it will, air above it will go up and leave the space for the cold air. Then in this, you can see at night, the water of the sea is hot. So the air above it will be hot and goes up, and the cool air from the land will come this side, thus causing the air currents. Now sea breeze and land breeze. During the day, land gets heated up quickly while water in the sea remains cool. The air above the land, you can see air above the land becomes warm and rises up. The cool air above the sea rushes in to take its place. This movement of air from sea to land during the day is called sea breeze. Always remember, sea breeze is during the daytime. It is sun, you can see here. This is land breeze during the night. At night, when the temperature drops down, the land cools down faster than the sea water. Air above the water, being warm, rises up and cold air from the land rushes in to take its place. The movement of air from land to sea is called land breeze. Okay, children, this is night. So land breeze is uh, going from land towards the sea. And in the daytime, the sea breeze goes from sea to the land. I hope you have understood. You have to just remember, don't get confused. Just remember one thing, that when the air becomes hot, it rises up. And second point you have to remember, that land becomes hot faster as compared to the water. Then you will be able to explain land breeze and sea breeze. Okay, children, read the lesson please 2-3 times and then try to understand it by watching video, and see you in the next class with the next topic of this chapter. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.